Hey guys, it's Matt and Scott with Stout Sportsmen, and we're doing our Lake Champlain picks this week.
Yeah. So how's it going, Scott?
Not too bad.
Good.
Let's see.
All right.
I'm kind of excited to actually, talk about a lake that I've actually fished.
You have. I have not fished Champlain.
And I only got to do it for 2 days, so it's somewhere I want to go back to. But it's nice to, when you fish these lakes, that they're actually fishing, to see what they do, how they approach it.
Right. Now, I will say, I haven't fished Champlain, but I have been on the water there. Yeah. There is that ferry that goes from the New York side over to the Vermont side. Yep. So I have taken that ferry. Interesting, anyways.
I've cut across the lake, like trying to beat the ferry. Right. The ferry was like a quarter of the way, and we're just like, okay, I'm going for it.
Yep. Yeah, you should be able to beat that thing every time.
Yeah.
All right, so Lake Champlain here. It's starting up Thursday, typical Thursday through Sunday.
Yep.
And I mean, just going back real quick to look at the past couple of elite events, and then the Open in 2018. So we're looking to be roughly 2 to 3 weeks, a little bit later than those previous 3 events. So should be similar conditions, I would think.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. All right. Unless you got anything else to add before we get in.
I will say that I did the opposite of what I wanted to do last week or last event, where I made up a bunch of ground in regular fantasy, and I lost ground
in Drain the Lake.
Drain the Lake.
Yep.
Yeah. So I made up 10% in the regular fantasy.
Wow, that's incredible.
Going from like 63% to 73.6.
Yeah.
So.
Did you pick the winner? I can't remember if you did or not.
Yes, I did.
That helps quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Group A.
So there's 3 guys. There's Polinick, Schmidt, and I'm gonna throw Suentes in there. Joey C.
Okay.
He's done all right up there. I looked kind of at his other tournaments with FLW and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I am on Brian Schmidt. He's having the better season out of him and Polinick.
Okay.
And I don't know if I want to play it safe or if I'm going to go for it this week. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Okay.
But it's, Polinick and Schmidt are basically a coin flip. They're 25.3% and 25.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I'm just at that point where I'm not sure who I'm going to take there. But right now I have Schmidt in my lineup.
Okay. A couple guys I've been looking at too. John Cox, I kind of like him there because he's most likely he's going to be going after the green fish. I think he's going to do pretty well catching largemouth. I think Fujita could be a nice kind of somewhat sleeper, being a finesse guy. I'm kind of going. I went low percentage. I went with Drew Cook at 0.7. Looking back to 2021, 11th place finish, just missed the Sunday cut. But I'm going to take a chance, and I'm either going to strike out or, hopefully hit an inside the park homer. We'll find out.
The other thing I was looking at is Schmidt. Schmidt's going for, he's won on this lake before, and he's up there for, I think, Angle of the Year.
He should. Yeah, I think
he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
So that right there, that's fuel for his fire.
Oh, sure. Yep. So I think that's a good pick. I like Brian Schmidt. So.
All right. B group.
B group. I'll start with B group. I kind of flipped and flopped around a little bit on this, and I originally took Lee Livesey, and I pulled him. Just he likes grass, likes top water stuff, but I'm just going with fighter. I mean, it's just he's fished excellently there over the past handful of events, so it's hard to go against that.
Yeah, it's Fighter's Lake, just in the wrong state.
Yeah, yep. And you would naturally think that 32.7% or whatever it is would be higher, but you got to remember you got Chris Johnson, you got Cooper Gallant in there.
Yep.
And that's what's pulling away from his percentage. So
yep. Another pick there is Mike Iaconelli.
Yes. He's got a lot of
Hey, I gotta cut off for a second.
Okay. I'll keep it talking if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, Iaconelli, he's got a fair amount of experience there. I mean, the guy's been fishing forever, so he's got a fair amount of experience fishing pretty much everywhere. But I like that pick. Let's see who else we really like here in Group B. Bob Downey, possibility. He's been fishing pretty well this year, so I mean, smallmouth guy up north. Chris Johnson, obviously, like I said, Cooper Gallant, he's a good pick. Pat Schlopper, possibility to take him to smallmouth guy. And what else? That's about it. Maybe I did hear some rumblings of possibility of some jerk baits being thrown. So even a Hank Cherry, possibly. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here to fill time. But yeah, solid group. As much as I'd like to take Chris Johnson or either of the Johnson brothers, because I'm not taking either. I think either of the Johnsons could be a safe pick. Just scrolling back here through the last couple of events, Chris Johnson in 2021 finished 12th, so that's pretty solid. Corey in 2020 was 9th, and Chris Johnson in 2020 was 30th. So not too bad the finishes for them guys. Where was Corey in 2021? Where is he? Wow, I can't even find him. Did he have like a terrible tournament? He's back, everybody. So I've been looking. Oh boy. I can't find Corey Johnson for 2021. Where the heck is he? There he is, 48th. Yeah. See, because it's not just a smallmouth factory. You're going to have a lot of these big largemouth guys coming in playing too. So I would almost honestly stay away from both of the Johnston brothers here.
I'll agree with that.
Just because of the fact that it's not only a smallmouth factory. There's a very healthy largemouth in there. So yeah, I was just kind of rambling on through like 2020, 2021, where the Johnston brothers have finished, and they're not going to win, but they're semi-safe.
You think they'd be good here, but like I'm not counting on them.
I totally agree. Yep.
Sorry about that. The door knocketh, and I had to answer.
Okay.
We're all set now.
All right. We need your Group B pick.
I went with Sub Fighter also.
Oh, you went with Fighter also. Okay, good.
Yep. I know he'll fish some docks over there. He'll catch his 6-pound largemouth, and then I'm sure he'll go play around and try to catch some smallmouth. But
yep.
He's always good for a big largemouth on that lake.
What was it? I remember. I forget what day it was. I want to say it was either 2020 or 2021, but he was fishing the docks, and there was that kid that was on the dock, and he caught that. I don't know, it was like a 7-pounder or something. The kid's name was Noah, so I always remember the kid's name is Noah because his name is Noah. So yeah. All right, go ahead.
I will also mention that my biggest largemouth that I have ever caught that I've actually weighed. I've caught a lot of largemouth over the years that I never weighed, but my PB's largemouth at this point is 5 pounds 2 ounces out of Lake Champlain.
That's pretty solid.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little bit bigger than my biggest largemouth. I think you have a bigger large and smallmouth than I do for PBs. So
they're both 5'2". It's easy to remember.
Oh, they're both 5'2".
Yeah.
All right. All right. Group C. Go ahead. I think we got the same pick here, but I'm guessing.
I am going with Austin Felix.
Okay, we don't. But I love that pick.
Yeah, he's done pretty well up at Champlain. It fits towards more like kind of like Seth Fighter. It fits what Minnesota lakes are like.
Right.
I think he's finished. Let me see here. Finished 5th in 2021. And
that's a great finish.
18th in 2020.
Okay.
So 2 decent finishes. And I think he's hungry. You know, he had to deal with his boat getting hit by a bus. So after Champlain, and he's going up to, you know, where he feels comfortable between here and St. Lawrence. So
yeah,
I see him to do pretty good.
Hopefully. I like Felix. I think that's a great pick. You could probably guess I'm going with Jamie Hartman.
I figured.
He's
due.
Originally from New York. He's due, and he's that kind of guy that, hey, if the smallmouth bite's there, you can do that, and then he can switch gears and go fish for some greenbacks if he needs to.
Yep.
So I like him. He's a lower percentage, so I'm happy there.
I remember 2020. He was fishing a Carolina rig right outside of Plattsburgh.
Yeah.
And when we were up there in September of 2020, I forget exactly when they were up there, but it was like a month and a half later or so.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw that spot where he was fishing.
I
didn't fish it. But,
okay.
You could definitely see it, where it was.
Yeah. Did you go over it, side scan and all that, or
no? No, we wanted to kind of navigate over, and I didn't spend too much time scanning. We just kind of fished some areas.
Okay.
Kind of watching what they were fishing, and we definitely fished over where Taco Ito was fishing, and I think Polinick a couple spots. I did catch a good smallmouth or two off some of the spots where those guys were.
Okay.
Yeah, we were only there 2 days, and we didn't even fish full days, so.
Yeah, and that's Champlain's a pretty large lake.
Yeah, it's to me it's almost like another Great Lake.
It really is, and 2 days you're not even touching the surface on fishing that place out.
Yep.
All right, Group D. As of right now, I'm sitting on the chalkboard with Taku.
So Taku is who I have picked, and I've thought about going off the board for Chris Zaldane.
Yeah,
but my love affair with Chris Zaldane has never been good.
It's love-hate. It's like the old school Steve Kennedy.
So at this point, I have Taku in there.
31st and 10th.
Yeah.
The last 2 times there. So.
And I believe Zaldane is I think he has a 42nd and a 3rd.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, 3rd and then 42nd. So it's the only thing that 59.2% is the only thing that's keeping me from picking Chris Zaldane when Taku's picked by that many people.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, that's a pretty heavy chalk pick, and I'm willing to go with that.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just kind of glancing through to see if there's anybody else that really looks decent. I don't know.
Keith Combs every once in a while pops up in one of these smallmouth events.
Yeah.
Justin Atkins. He's usually, we'll talk about him on the St. Lawrence. He's for some reason he can fish the St. Lawrence, but basically nowhere else. That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Buddy Gross at 0.9%. You know, he's, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. D group is just, I totally understand why Taku's at 59% totally. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right. This E group should be a little interesting at least.
I've already switched my pick like 3 times.
I think I haven't switched it at all. I'm staying with who I got. Ed Love. Go ahead.
Yep, that's who I have picked.
Okay, yeah. I think to me that's a steal right now for E group.
Yeah, it's 6.9%. I had Fouts, but I think Loughran, he's done well there before.
Yep.
So I mean, I'll take the experience over someone without experience.
Yeah, 2020 he finished 6th. That's fantastic. So 47th in 2021. I'm not going to scroll through all the open guys from 17. It's just too long of a list. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it seems like a good pick with low percentage. So. All right. Weights. See, 2021, Schmidt won was 78.5. 80 pounds won in 2020 for Palaniuk. And then the Opens, 3-day events, 58.10 and 18, and 58.12. And that was the Elite in 17.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at.
Did they only 2017? It says July 27th through the 30th. That's 4 days. Did they get shorted a day?
I don't know.
That's strange.
Maybe. I will say that
weather or something, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Champlain weather on Champlain is no joke. I mean, I have a video somewhere of us going through 4-footers, you know, in the afternoon, the one day. I mean, honestly, you're looking at 20 pounds a day.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I'm thinking 19-ish, somewhere right in there.
I have 83.5 right now, so 20 change.
I'm at 77.6, so a little bit lighter, subject to change. So, I mean, we've still got a couple of days to see how much these guys are lying about their practices. So we'll see. I might bump it up. We'll see.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. John Sukup, he had a funny Instagram post today. Let's see if I can find it. I don't want to butcher it. There we go. He goes, the Bassmaster Elite's practice should be 5 days, not 3. That way I could be practice champion 5 times in a row instead of just 3.
Nice.
I mean, he's another one. I'm not going to put my eggs in that basket, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did well.
Yeah.
Anytime you have live scope, he's a contender, and I think Champlain, other than fighter fishing docks, live scope's going to be used.
Yes, most likely. Yep. Yeah. Man, this is going to be a busy weekend here. We got fishing. We got our family reunion. Saturday?
Yeah.
And then come Sunday, this tournament's going to be over, and then we're going to have to be, shifting into second gear, going right into
St. Lawrence.
Into next week's. Yep. That'd be a quick turnaround. But I mean, both you and I I'm pretty sure we don't know what the bucket groups are going to look like yet, but our Drain the Lakes are pretty much set for that. So.
Yep. Yeah, mine is set. Like I literally the last after, was it Orange? Like I can't remember the event before St. Clair.
Sabine.
Orange.
Is it Sabine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange. Texas or wherever that is.
Yep.
So after Sabine, I basically took all the guys I had left, which I'd been saving, and kind of worked backwards because I knew the guys that I wanted for St. Lawrence.
Sure.
And I knew the guys I wanted for Champlain, and then I just kind of put everybody else from into St. Clair.
Yep.
That was left over. So
Yep.
It worked out okay. I'm pretty confident in that. But I drained the lake. Schmidt, Fighter, Iconelli, Brock Mosley, Brandon Polinick, Jamie Hartman, Ed Lofgren, and Justin Hamler.
Okay.
So,
and I have Seth Fighter, Fujita, Hartman, Taku, Brian Schmidt, Palaniuk, Lee Livesey, and Ed. I like it. I think it's solid. We're gonna find out though. It's solid until it isn't.
So I've kept Fujita for I think for St. Lawrence. So I got like Fujita, Johnson brothers.
Yeah.
I've got I think Cooper Gallant still.
Yep.
So I got a good lineup for.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I got Felix left, Gallant, Gustafson, both the Johnstons. Mueller. I think Mueller's a decent pickup at St. Lawrence for Drain the Lake, and Wendelin. So I'm fairly stacked.
Yeah, I mean, I used Gussie for the classic and got my bonus points there. So.
Yeah, no, that was smart. Yep. Definitely smart. Yep. And I'm not even sure if Bernie Schultz is even in any of the groups. I'm not sure if they took him out.
I think they probably took him out.
Okay.
I don't know how they treat that as far as like the spot. Like if you're just empty, I'm assuming
Right.
If you had them in your lineup that you're just empty at this point. So
yeah. Yep. So keep that in mind. Because I mean, honestly, Bernie Schultz probably isn't a bad pick. If he goes fishing.
He would have been a good pick for the St. Lawrence.
Bernie, especially.
Bernie, Atkins, Weddenland, they're always pretty decent up there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got for today.
Yeah, me too. Close it out.
All right, guys. Thank you. Make sure to get your picks in by Wednesday night. And be looking probably. We're going to try and shoot the St. Lawrence video Sunday night or Monday night next week.
Yeah, I mean, we'll try. I think we'll try for Sunday.
Okay.
See where we're at, but sometimes things happen on Sunday nights, and it just doesn't happen.
True. And maybe we'll talk about that in another episode. Yesterday was a rough day, so that's why we did the video today. Anyway. All right. I'm Matt. He's Scott. We are Stout Sportsmen. Stay stout.
Yep.
We're out.